H-Town, what's up? You know what time it is. It's time for the best 120 minutes of your day. Chop Shop, the nation's number one urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks, and sometimes Chris Walker, coming to you live from Houston, Texas. But we're broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live. And it is what? Thursday. Is it Thursday already? Wow, it's Baby Friday. We call it Baby Friday because the Chop Shop is not aired on Friday, so this is sort of like our Friday. But welcome to everybody. I just saw some new people that I have never seen before on the show today. I'm gonna shout them out. I've never seen the name before. But my starting five today are the first five people. We recognize the first five people who always sign up to the feed every day. And I see them there. Daryl Anderson, Mindy Collins, Stad Moody, who's at Jeremy Davis and Corey Willis. And the sixth man of the day is Darius Mackey. But I saw a name, y'all, on my other device. Um, let's see who we got. Mr. Timer Stewart Sr. I never seen that name. Welcome, Mr. Stewart. I see you didn't say nothing. So the reason I just got you on my personal device. I don't have you on the actual face on the actual TV feed. But I got you on my personal device. I like to check and see people who coming in. I see you, Aaron Fox, back there listening in the background. Say something sometime. Just come in, Mr. Stewart, and say, "Hey, what's up, Chop Shop?" So I can see you on the screen. So yes, Darius Mackey. I wanted you. Yeah. Deshaun Watson. Let me see. That is Moose. Congratulations, last night win. Oh, okay. Oh, man, everybody thinking about no Houston Astros and no Astro. Where did Jimmy get on here? Y'all get to talk about that stuff. Astros and the White Sox. You know, I'm still worried about Tatis. That's what I'm worried about. Uh, what's up? Michael Smith is in the building. Thank you, Mr. Stewart. Who else we got? Robert Young is in the building. Robert Young, Salon. Gary Carter's in the building. You know, I'm having Craig Phillips is in the building. Anytime I want to know something about women's basketball, those two right there, a young girls basketball, those two there, I get to see. Mr. Fox, what's up, baby? How you doing, man? I saw you out there shop out there. Congratulations to your son and his wedding. Great job, man. It ain't nothing like seeing your kids go off and get married. But let's see what else I got. It's just so much stuff, man. We gonna go. Jimmy and Chris will be on shortly, but it's just so man. I don't even know where to start. You know, because I know Chris want to talk about Deshaun, so I really didn't want to talk about it. But if you've been under a rock, Deshaun Watson. They gave him, I think, 11 games and $5 million, suspended him. He had 6 games suspended. But I'm gonna share with you. I'm gonna share that with y'all a little later. I'm not going. But I saw something, y'all, and you people on Shop gonna hear early gonna be the first ones to hear about it. Okay. I'm always Deion Sanders. He gets me, man. He motivates me. You know. And he was talking to his young guys. You know how you bring all the guys in the room together, the whole team, and he was just talking about it. And he was asking a question. What did you do yesterday that made us better today? What did you do yesterday that made us better, the team? Not you. Us. What did you? When I thought about Deion, I was thinking about y'all. Did anybody see Mr. Stewart is here, and I saw another name here today. Somebody done told them about the Chop Shop. So guess what they did? They made the Chop Shop better. Somebody made the Chop Shop better today. And thank you. I don't know how you got here, Mr. Stewart, but thank you. All we trying to do is grow this platform so all the people all over the world can never say they haven't gotten this information that we give. And it's just a unique. unique. I mean, it's unique show, Mr. Stewart. If this is your first time, you'll see in a minute. Chad Grove. Good morning, Chad. And then he told the kids, see, we all got to make each other better. The Chop Shop, I know for a fact, has made people's lives better. Because why? They call and email me and tell me, you made my life better. My son is doing this now. My daughter's doing this now. So we got some stuff to do, y'all. And I think we can get there. Daryl Anderson, see that? See what I'm talking about? I knew it. I knew it, Mr. Stewart. Daryl Anderson, boy, you're a man after my own heart. I know you do. I know you do. I think all of y'all do. But guess what? We got to do it more and do it more intentionally. And I'm going to tell you why. Then Deion went down. Deion came back down. He said something else. He said, he asked the kids, because he was talking about effort. He said, if your life depended on your effort, would you die or would you live? You know, because some of the kids were complaining about, should we still be lifting weights? These football players. In this generation, don't you know football players always lift weights? But Deion said, he asked me, he said, if your life depended on it, young man, would you live? Wait a minute. If your life depended on your effort, just your effort, would you live? Because he said, one play a game without effort, it can kill us. One day, one good play with effort in a game, we can live. We can win the game. Have y'all ever seen how games go down to one play and one play here? But we blame the kid on that one play. But if we go back and look at it, it's a lot of people, you know, it was a lot of stuff happened, you know, that'll hurt, you know, that'll hurt the game. You follow me? So, you know, we worried about this dude's last turnover, but we done had 12 turnovers before him that put us in this position. But we mad at the little guy, like on Hard Knocks the other night, the quarterback dropped the ball for the winning drive and allowed them to go. The quarterback dropped the ball, but everybody looking at that drop. But go back to the rest of the game, and guess what? Some more stuff probably happened. That, you know, it's just not no one play. And the reason I talk about stuff like this, I told y'all I've been studying about this about Don Peoples, one of the top real estate developers in the whole world, in the whole country, and happened to be a black man. And I just wanted to share some stuff with you. I got from him yesterday. I'm always getting something from him, right? And something that I think we need. We're going to talk about Deshaun Watson, because a lot of this stuff, when I give you this information, you'll be able to deal with what you see on TV a lot. If I give you this great foundation that we get, this building, the Affirmation Tower, that this man is planning on building the largest building in New York, floor-wise, but he's not in out of respect to the World Trade Center, the World Trade Center, they're not going to extend their antennas higher, so the antennas won't be higher than the World Trade Center, but the actual building be. It's a unique structure, y'all. And I had some pictures of it, and I just wanted to share it with you. It's called Affirmation Tower. They're trying to build it in New York. They're having some problems building it. But I got to share with y'all because this stuff we don't know about this. Ain't nobody tell us no stuff like this. Hold up, let me show you how it's designed. And it's designed by David Adjaye. He is the designer that did He designed the National Museum of African American History and Culture up in D.C. if you ever been there. But let me show you the renderings of it. Oh, let me show you the renderings of it. Okay, that's it right there in the middle. That's not a good view. But I'm just showing you some things about it. It just blew me away. Did I tell y'all who's design? So every guy who developer, guess what he needs? He need a designer, right? Let me see. It's gonna be the top of it. It's the top of it. It's a unique structure. It's smaller at the bottom, but the pieces get bigger at the top, as you can see. Gonna have two hotels in it, NAACP, retail tenants in it. It's gonna be 90 stories high. On the top of it is gonna be they're gonna have a ice skating rink, all sorts of restaurants and all kind of stuff. It's just unbelievable. Listen. He said, when I build this thing, I need a builder. Guess who his builder is? Cheryl McKissick. Okay, Cheryl McKissick is a owner of one of the top construction companies in the country. Happened to be a black woman, her and her sister. They own it. They fifth generation builders from the D.C. area. Her and her sister went to Howard. They met Don Peoples. Look at it. How do they do it? This is an engineering marvel. Check it out. It's the renderings. It's the engineering marvel. It starts out small and then goes up big. I don't know how they're doing it. I had to show this to y'all, man, because our kids got to see this. Our kids got to see this, man. So our kids can grow up thinking, hey, I can do that. Hold on, where else they got? I think that was it. Well, yeah, that's all the pictures that I had. But it's unbelievable. Check this out. So he said, Carol McKissick, you're gonna be my builder. He said, no. You're gonna build it for me. But I'm Cheryl McKissick. I want you to be a partner. I want you to be an owner of the project too. I'm bringing you in. Listen to this, Derek Johnson, Kevin Liles, John Newsom. I'm bringing you in. These black folks. Then they go to another guy, older guy in the business. He's a real estate developer. I'm bringing you into this project. Listen, y'all, when they went to the bid, they went to bid on this thing. Yep, they went to bid on this property. See, it's a public, this wasn't a private property. This is government property. So this is a public-private partnership. It's unique. Not private partnership. This is government. This is unbelievable, y'all. That's why I'm going to keep talking about it till one of our kids get it in their mind that they want to do something like this. Because guess what? Don't no black person own no building downtown in Houston, Texas, and design and build a building. Neither one of those buildings down there either. And that's how this guy got the dream, because Al Sharpton said to him, looking out at the skyline, he said, look, man, what's wrong with that picture? He said, it's a beautiful skyline, Don Peoples said. He said, but guess what? Ain't no black people ever built one of them buildings. You got to build one of them buildings. But like I said, he said, hold up. I'm not just going to stop and bring Cheryl McKissick in as the builder, as the owner. Guess who I'm going to get to design it? David Adjaye. Be black. And guess what? 30% of this $3.5 billion project, 30% of it got to go to other than Cheryl McKissick, other businesses that help in construction. It's got to go to those businesses. So it's infusing. And hold up, 30% of it go to black businesses. So black owners in New York, get your weight up if you're in this industry, because these people are going to need you. Think about this, y'all. Think about this now. These people walked in with the bid to this problem. These black people. $3.5 billion project. Had all the backing, all the money when they walked in there. I'm gonna let that sit. Let me get some of my tea. Guess what happened? Governor Cuomo, messing with the little girls up there, messing with the little young girls up there, was forced to what? Resign. His brother got fired off of CNN because he was protecting him. And when Governor Cuomo got fired, had to resign, Kathy Hochul, she is the new governor. Remember I said public property. This is a state-owned property. She's saying, no, we got to resubmit the bids. And we don't like that. Oh, you don't. What are you doing for the affordable housing? She come in with that mess. You ain't said nothing about them other people been in luxury skyscrapers and commercial property. But now, when it's him, well, what are you going to do? You know, it's a lot of red tape. A lot of red tape. But I was thinking about it. The name of that tower is called the Affirmation Tower. This the same affirmative action. You remember the conservatives tried to give affirmative action a bad name? He named it this because he wanted to affirm the promise of what America is supposed to give us. Black people owning the largest structure in New York City. 27% black people anyway. But they have you. Remember, Affirmation Tower. Don't forget that. That's why I call it Affirmation Tower. We all know we got an unfair system. And I tell people who say we are in a meritocracy right now, that you get promoted on your merits. Listen to me, y'all. I'm finna put it to you where the ghost can get it. Okay? Don't you never forget this. When anybody say that mess right there, this is what I want you to tell them. That's like saying you got two race drivers. And they're driving in Indianapolis, let's say 500. Okay? Both driving Ferraris. Okay? One of them is a good driver. One of them is a great driver. Driver B is a little bit better. Driver A is a white guy. Driver B, like I said, is a brother. So driver A start out on lap 450. This Indianapolis 500. I want you to keep these numbers in your mind. Driver A starts out on lap 450. And driver B starts at lap 1. Same Ferraris. Same race. And they say, may the best driver win. And the only way that driver B wins is driver A crash and burn. Y'all hear me? So we can't have a system based on that. That's why we have to take affirmative. Did y'all hear what I said? Affirmative. What's the name of the tower? Affirmation Tower. Aggressive steps to right these wrongs and to knock down these barriers that have impeded our people from making progress. Think about that analogy I just gave you. And we cannot keep focusing on this aspect and trying to make us more comfortable with being poor. are making us comfortable with these injustices. Don't let nobody let you look you in a well. My mama was this and my dad was this. No, hell no. We want our seat at the economic table, and we want a better life for our children and ourselves. We shouldn't have people around here dying, and we have to put money in the kitty just to bury them. These people should be leaving wills, living trust, everything. And we should be demanding our fair share economically to your congressman. That's what the Affirmation Tower is about. That's why I'm on this quest of supporting. I done called the governor's office in New York, and I live in Houston. Oh, yes, I did. Wrote him an email. Yes, I did. This process would be hard fought. Now, listen to me. Listen, y'all gotta listen. Look at this show. We are knocking down barriers each day. In reality, Dr. King, Medgar Evers, John Lewis, it was hard for them. We as black business people, all your business owners out there, we as black business people, we have a responsibility not just to make us some money, but to make it easier for the next generation. By knocking down these barriers and doing some of the heavy work. We're in positions that Martin Luther King and Medgar Evers wasn't in. And they got it done. Let us get it. Let us get something done. We're going to get something done. Share the show. Do me a favor. Share this show. Everybody. No, do yourself a favor. Do your friends a favor. Because they ain't never heard nobody like this. They ain't never heard this before. I know they ain't. When we see opportunities as black businessmen, people, we have to bring others with you. Don People said, come on, Cheryl McKissick. Come on. Forgot his other partner name. Come on in. Come on, David. I'm in there. Cheryl McKissick said, Don Peoples didn't need me to build this building. He didn't need no partners. He said, but I wanted to. I wanted to bring them people in. Did y'all hear what I'm just saying? Look. Fox, you over there, you trying to build something. Dr. Newsom over here trying to build something. And Kevin Liles over here trying to build something. What if all three of y'all said, man, hold on. Make sure they the right person. Just don't go build with anybody, because let me tell you something. Even Don People had some people that he had to get away from sometimes. Everybody ain't supposed to be your partner in business. Let me get that straight. Get your like-minded people with you. If all three of y'all can buy a house. All three of y'all got houses. Newsom, Fox, and Wichita. But if all three of y'all get together, you can buy a building. We can buy a building. We ought to be about sharing opportunities with each other. That's why I told y'all about Chris Walker's company, Alan Branch's company. I told y'all. I know it was over your head, but all you had to do is go study a little bit. Venture capitalists. There are $69 trillion of money out there that's being invested. They're going to invest it somewhere, right? And only 1.3% of that is being invested in black firms. 1.3% of that $96 trillion. We are upside down, y'all, on the economic ladder. And we have to do something about it. You can have the money. Done people's got the money and still not get access. This man got the break. He can't, hold up. When he came to, they give a proposal. You have to give a proposal to the government about, they looked at his financials and the banks he had behind it. They said, you are more than capable of covering that $3.5 billion. See, y'all don't understand $3.5 billion project. Guess what? Other cities has been calling them saying, no, y'all bring it to our city. We got you. Dumb people said, no. I'm not taking no for an answer. King Stick, I like that. He said, let's get cracking. Listen, y'all. They walked in the door. I'm sorry. It's $3.6 billion. I shorted them a bill. I shorted them a bill. $3.6 billion. I shorted them a point. Listen to me, y'all. Changes come from hard fought. The only thing for us, it's one thing for us to get access to some restaurants and so forth. And another thing for us to get treated fairly in the criminal justice system that holds us back and incarcerates us. And then we're starting to talk about money. Remember, this is a capitalistic democracy we live in. The pillars of democracy rest on capitalism. Don't you ever forget it. And that is something that they won't allow you to get. You got to take it. So every aspect of gaining traction financially has been hard fought. They ain't gonna give y'all this. New York, the number one business locally is real estate. Okay? And real estate development. And all these skyscrapers, all them buildings and so forth. But they blocked us from having an opportunity to do anything there. That's why I ain't never been no black skyscrapers, black owned people. If we can have access to economic opportunities, we can solve our own problems. We can deal with our own communities. But if you keep blocking us from economic opportunities, we will continue to struggle. But our challenge for our people, especially for our young people, is opportunities and access to it. Fair access to it. We got to figure out how we can get fair access for our kids. Listen, y'all, if we do that, if we get that, we can do the rest ourselves. Then we can expand our communities and take care of our own issues. We don't need nobody coming down here, handing us out nothing. Then we can support our own organizations. I shouldn't have to run and worry about going to ESPN. We should have our own pen. But guess what? All my white business people, do me a favor. Stop looking at doing business with black people as philanthropic. Got to give. What's the lady? What's the girl name? Mackenzie Scott. Jeff Bezos. She giving money. Listen to me. It's good business for you to deal with us. Think about it. I'm listening to this man, and he was just telling me, and he was explaining, because I'm trying to say, how this young dude do this at 19, then 25, then I'm watching this. He said he couldn't have done it anywhere else but DC. He said DC was the mecca for black economic empowerment because of whom? The mayor, Marion Barry, who people like to laugh at. Atlanta, and DC, Maynard Jackson, Andrew Young. Marion Barry was transformative. Guess who else came out of DC? Bob Johnson, the owner of Ebony and Jet. Excuse me, the owner of BET. Him and his wife, Sheila Johnson, came out of DC. Part of his legacy is demonstrated how we can work together. You know, everybody said we can't work together. This show been on for how many years? 3 black men working together. A couple of times we said, man, forget it. Chris went off. I need to do something. Jimmy need to do something. Forget it. Remember this again. King Sticks, you might not be able to do a big project by yourself. You might not be able to do a big project by yourself, Kevin. But collectively, y'all can. We had this man, Don People. He didn't need these partners financially. But he said he needed them in every other way. He said they bring tremendous resources to the table. So when you're picking out partners out here, make sure they bring in tremendous resources to the table. We have to demand opportunities because it ain't going to be given to us. And listen, a lot of this stuff he can be self-taught. This man was self-taught. He quit school. He quit Rutgers. He left Rutgers after 1 year and went back and started working. His mama was in real estate and started learning, reading about real estate. And he said something key. Find an idea. Once you find an idea, then you can raise the money for it. Got to have an idea first. And if you're black, it ain't going to be easy. Just told y'all what the Federal Reserve did, a study. The information I got it from the Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve did a study a couple of years ago. The $96 trillion invested in private equity and venture capital from our governments. That is where real estate developers get their equity for their projects. From private equity. $69 trillion invested in private equity, y'all, in the United States. And out of that, 1.3% of it goes to business owned or founded or projects worked on by black or women combined. So white men get 98.7% of all the venture capital money. So the challenge is equity. Because guess what we have to do? We got to go raise money from families and friends. Because we already know they ain't giving it to us. I just had to share that with y'all, man. I just had to share that. We're seeing all these guys, these $1 million contracts, $1 million this, 100 million, LeBron a billionaire. Guess what? Always remember, it's some people that's paying them. All of them. Can you imagine how much money they got? Can you imagine? Well, we're going to take a quick break. Then I come back. I got something else for you. Let me see. Chop Shop, we'll be back. I'm trying to find in a minute.
The Cox Prater Law Firm. Big city, big town, big settlement. Your fight is our fight. Need legal advice? You know who to call. Personal injury, wrongful death, car accidents, premise liability, serious injuries. 1-800-HURT-NOW.
Share the show, everybody. Cause hey, it's finna get thick. I think the guys coming. You know how they are. They just want me to get. They want me to get all this stuff out of the way. This good stuff for you. And share the show. Cause I got another topic I want to talk about. I want to talk about LeBron James today. And the reason I want to talk about him, cause you know some stuff happened yesterday. People calling me and telling me about it. And I want to reiterate. Somebody text me some just show you how people are. Somebody text me. Hold up. I like to be fair. I mean, I don't mind. Do me a favor. I don't mind, man. Critique me. I want to be critiqued. You know, I tell my friend, if you cool with me, tell me. It's one thing I like about this clown I'm finna put on the screen right now. He'll tell me, hey man, I used to call him. Y'all gotta understand. I used to call him about trying to do this. Everything that I am is because of him on this show right here. Not my other business, but on the show. Cause he don't know nothing about that other stuff. But I gotta, and I want to share with you because a guy came, he texted me yesterday. Hey Hatter, I heard you guys talking about LeBron being held by his friend from the back while dancing. Show you something. He said they were doing the big boogie dance. A rapper, Big Boogie, does his own stage. And he said it's nothing sexual about it. I didn't say nothing. Y'all was commenting on it. I never said anything sexual. I'm very careful about it. Y'all were coming. And I just told my guy, when he hit me back, he gonna send me the video. I don't want to see no damn video or no dudes hugging. I said, no, sir. Don't dance up behind me, man. I don't care who else. Big Boogie and Boogie Woogie and all that. I didn't care. But when I thought about it, you know, I just want to make sure y'all understand how I like this guy. LeBron James. I'm gonna go convince it because you know I got people close around me messing with me about it, and I saw what happened yesterday. Barry Dan. I find the timing of the release of LeBron James signing. I just found it interesting. Before you go off, Chris, I just found it interesting. Check this out, y'all. It was released strategically to me at 1:59 p.m. Central Standard Time, right as we were going off the show. Well, we were still on the show. Listen to me. The schedule for the NBA upcoming season was supposed to be released at 2 o'clock. Okay? 1 minute in advance of the NBA season release schedule release, they got a show. They brought Malika Andrews off from vacation to set up somewhere in the office. LeBron is that bad, is that valuable, that he overshadowed the actual release of the schedule of the whole NBA. Follow me, Chris, and I'm going to let you come in a minute. He LeBron James. Does this surprise you? And people were calling me, Robert, why didn't he give them flexibility? Why didn't he take less money? People were calling me. People were saying, Robert, less money, more flexibility. Chris will be right back. We'll bring him back on. I won't say listen to me. Robert Hatter, I ain't gonna never tell you to take less money because you already have money. And I want Chris to hear that. Because he always, Barry, I want Chris to hear this because he always talking about I be on LeBron James. Don't you click off no more. But plug your phone.
It was an accident. It was an accident.
No, plug your computer up because you know you don't never have enough juice.
I'm plugged up today.
But listen to me. I won't tell no players take less money because you already have money. Because I had an instance, I was playing with a super rich guy and somebody owed him $100 on the golf course. He followed that dude to get his money. I couldn't believe it. I promise. But you can never, what you said, never underestimate what the other guys greed. But keep going. I got you, Chris. But I would say, if your big thing is winning an NBA championship, this is what I would tell them. And catching Michael Jordan and Kobe and the rest of them, if that's your goal, then take money. Don't take less money because you got it. You got to have it. I want you to have a better reason than, oh, I got it. I can take less money. Because guess what? They ain't going to never give you that money back. I don't believe in leaving money on the table. But just don't do it because people say you got money already. But let me tell you something about this guy. You know, James took less money, but let me tell you something what I'm liking about. A lot of people want to talk bad about LeBron James, and I'm finna go at, and y'all, I got to go here. And Chris, I don't you be smiling, but this is how I feel. I look back at the Drew League videos last night, and I saw what he meant to them fans. Okay? This is a guy, LeBron James, a guy who made it from a real tough childhood. I don't think people even think about it, to build a fortune. Okay? And bring so much to his community. Putting so much back into his community. Listen to me, because people asking me, Robert, what percentage he is a basketball player? What percentage he is a businessman? I said, he's 100% basketball player. He's 100% a winner. He's 100% businessman in my book. And thank God he is. Tell you why. All the kids who have benefited from the schools he set up, all the kids who have benefited from the many charities that he works with, thank God he the man that he is.
Thank God somebody finally got to you. That's all I want.
Yeah, we need
thank
some
God.
Yeah, we need some more.
Somebody finally got
I've always felt like this, but
no, I'm glad you finally. I don't know. It's come to Jesus Day. It's a Thursday.
You know what?
Come to Jesus.
I'm gonna show you why.
But keep going though.
Okay.
I'm loving it. You see, I'm not saying anything.
Okay. Because he was a 16-year-old boy on the cover, Chris Walker, of Sports Illustrated.
You sent me that.
Huh? Yeah.
You sent me that.
What are the odds that he would have the fortitude, the intellect, the soul, the kindness to find his way where he is today? What's the odds? To have accomplished everything, still married, raising kids the right way, staying out of trouble, and doing things the right way. Stop it, Chris. This man is unbelievable. I'm telling y'all. So whatever you hear, this is what Robert Hatter, this is how I feel about it. And when it comes to how much money, wait a minute, hold on. And when it comes to how much money he should make and should try to get every penny from the Lakers. Because once he gone, they ain't getting no more money back.
They gave the other guy all the money, RIP, and he was done. They gave it to him.
LeBron James, he's going to do the right thing with his money. And not just...
I disagree with you on one thing, though. But put a pin in that real quick. Okay. I disagree with you on the fact that they don't have a chance to win another championship. They still got AD.
I didn't say that today. I told you that this morning.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
I didn't say that in my soliloquy.
Yeah, you did. You said he should take less money to try to win. So
Okay.
what I'm saying is, you're saying they can't win with Westbrook and Anthony Davis, street clothes, and Darvin Ham, right? Here's the other thing. We all know they're gonna get Kyrie. It's just a matter of time. They're gonna get Kyrie.
But he LeBron James. I don't
So
think
with
he should
LeBron
need them.
James,
They
so
don't.
with LeBron James, Kyrie Irving, and a healthy Anthony Davis, you're telling me they can't win the championship?
All I'm telling you, they had all of that last year and didn't win. They didn't
had
make the
Westbrook. That
playoffs.
was a bad mix. They can have a bad mix. I'm just saying. They can have a bad mix. But I'm
So-
saying, so with those three guys, forget about what you said here last year. You're telling me with Kyrie, AD, and LeBron, they can't win a championship.
Yeah, they cannot win one, too. It's
They
a greater.
can-
I put it
I'm
like
asking-
this: it's a greater chance they won't win one.
I mean, because only one team can. So-
That's what I'm talking about.
but are you telling me that you wouldn't put your money on them dudes, those three guys?
No, hell.
LeBron 31,
Hey,
86.
I ain't never put my money. When you put AD in this mix, I ain't never put my money on AD.
I mean, AD is a champion. AD is a champion. Let's get that straight.
He's
Jokic
a
is
bubble
not.
champion. I don't count that one.
Jokic is not. Jokic, two-time MVP.
I ain't put
has
my
not
money
won
on
a
Jokic.
championship.
I ain't put
I'm
my,
just telling you, Anthony Davis is a champion. He's got a ring. That's the truth.
Matt Maloney got a ring, man.
No. Anthony Davis has a ring. Don't do that, Matt.
Maloney got a ring.
That's like me disrespecting Robert Horry. He's not one
Winston
of the
Garland
main
got a
guys.
ring. Robert Horry started.
That's like me. No one talks about Robert Horry. I'm just telling you, and he was a stud. I'm just telling you, with injury, LeBron played 52 games last year, 31, 8, and 6. I'm sorry, 31, 8, and 6. 30.8, however you want to put it, because you got some of these guys that'll be, acting crazy.
This lady here is delusional. That's why I put her on the screen. I'm not gonna even call her name. But keep talking, Chris.
Yeah, I don't know why she even tripping, because we already know. We already know it's about in a couple of weeks what's about to happen. Hey man, I don't want to interrupt that because I'm glad you finally came to. I don't know what to come to. First of all, I know what the come to Jesus was, but I don't want to put you on the top shot, put you on blast.
Right.
But the bottom line is, it's about time we start respecting that, because LeBron James is what the chop shop is all about.
Absolutely.
Seriously.
Absolutely.
Real talk. Forget about the other thing. And
Absolutely.
to be honest, LeBron James always says, keep the main thing the main thing. If I don't ball out, they don't talk about me. Think about Serena Williams right now. I'm not dissing Serena. The last two matches gone. It's over. When you don't play 10, it's over. LeBron.
Why is you talking about her? LeBron is no match for her. Don't let me go there. No.
Listen to me. I'm not dissing Serena. I'm saying she's at the
You
end
shouldn't
of the
even
road.
mention her. Guys like you shouldn't even mention her name.
Why can't I? Can I have
Because
my take?
it was a slight.
Can I
You
have my
always
take?
got the
Can I have my
see.
take?
That's why I always don't like
have
to
my
agree
take?
with you. No.
Can I have my take? Well, that's why I don't agree with you, because then we'll both be wrong. All I'm saying is at
Love
the
to use
end of
my
the
words.
day, it's Reynolds' rap. It's over for her. And that's okay. Just like it's Reynolds' rap for Tiger Woods. It's over. LeBron at 38 still getting 31, 8, and 6. This dude's superhuman. He touched.
See the difference in me and him.
Let me get a drink while you talk.
I said nothing about his basketball.
But that's what you should be talking about.
No. I said nothing about it. I already know he's great because he used basketball as a platform to do the great things. To me, the basketball, you are a LeBron sexual. And
I am.
I just think that you can be measured. You can be measured by a lot of things that other things that you do on the basketball court. That's me.
But Hatter, part of me being a brun sexual is the off the court
I
stuff.
know.
It's not just the
No.
off
You
the
like him
court
on the
stuff.
court. You don't care nothing about.
I
You
love
don't.
him on the court.
You don't care
I
nothing
love
about
him
this.
on the court. Look at Odyssey. I mean, that's just nonsense when people say stuff like that. Bron washed.
But think
I mean,
about
that's
this.
just nonsense.
But
Nonsense.
see, I don't mind him saying that. I don't care because Odyssey. When I look at where he came from and what he was able to turn his life into, and not just his life, he impacted others along the way. He changed the life of Rich Paul, Maverick Carter,
Forget the other guy that hangs out with.
Randy, all
Yeah.
of these guys, Damon Jones. He changed the life of these guys, man.
And he got these dudes like Steph, Draymond, KD doing projects in Hollywood. He's leading that charge, man. He's having influence. Can I just talk about something when guys like Odyssey Williams don't understand basketball? This is why I do analytics. LeBron shoots damn near 60% from the field, man. It don't matter if he takes 40. What are you talking about? The guys shooting that kind of these guys, they gotta stop talking. Man,
Odyssey messing with you, man.
Odyssey need to shut the hell up and go on to Odyssey. That's what he needs to do.
What's up, Mark Edwards?
Mark Edwards, what's good, baby?
Hey, man.
Sorry, Steelers.
LeBron, y'all. Hey, y'all notice LeBron ain't never been in trouble. I ain't through talking about it. Let me get through talking about LeBron. You never heard anything.
You talk about LeBron and nobody say anything. But if I say something about LeBron, they chop me up.
No, because they know I'm sincere, and I ain't know. They know this got to be coming. Y'all got to stand up. You never heard anything bad about him, y'all. If somebody, I was scared. I promise you, I was nervous when he left Dan Gilbert and they had that big fallout. I thought Dan Gilbert was gonna use some petty, because he did some petty stuff by putting that letter on their website. I thought he was gonna do some petty stuff to get LeBron caught up. I really did. And thank God prayer got us through that. So I got to tell. I'm serious. I really was nervous. I was nervous for him. But let me tell you something. If somebody chooses to dislike LeBron, see, I ain't never told you I don't like LeBron. I don't like Chris Walker talking about LeBron. That's a difference. I don't like Chris Charles talking about LeBron. That's a difference. Let me talk about it. Because guess what? He ain't never had a run-in with the police. He ain't never been arrested. He's a stand-up guy who has a heart for the people, who has a heart for children.
Who speak up, speak out,
Yes.
show up, show out. You know what I'm saying?
And I don't think it's discussed enough amongst us when we talk about LeBron James and what he is.
Oh, he don't take the last shot, Hatter. That's what it is. Don't take the last shot.
He took the last shot in the All-Star game.
Kyrie made the big shot. I mean, like, we find ways to that's insane, man.
I just want to let people know I would never dump on him. To all my people who text me, and I would never, ever.
Now let's get to what I really want to talk about.
Come on, let's go, baby. Come on, let's go, baby.
Let's talk about Deshaun Watson.
Be my guest.
Let's talk about your inside information, because you the inside guy.
I ain't got no inside information.
Okay, well, let me tell you what I heard then. You want me to tell you what you heard? You want to tell you what I heard?
What you hear?
I heard it's going to be 11 games, and he's going to have to pay a $5 million fine. Now, Hatter, because you love to correct me for some reason, how is it? Do you think? Let me phrase this question differently. Do you think the Cleveland Browns knew in advance that he was going to have to sit out 11 or possibly the whole season, structures a contract where he only made $1 million this year, knowing that he may not be around, and they already knew this? That's why they weren't even tripping, and they knew it before he left the Texans. Yes or no?
What was your question?
Because you haven't heard anything from the Browns. You haven't heard anything from them.
Yes, they did. Yeah, they did.
You know what I mean? It's not like an uproar. Like, they knew this was happening.
Oh, they knew. Jimmy, I said on the show, you was running off. I don't know. You was busy doing all your podcast stuff. But I told people on this show that the Cleveland Browns are complicit. Every owner is mad. Let me just break it down, because Chris, let me explain to the people who might be on the rock. The NFL, the NFL and the NFL Players Association have agreed to them terms that Chris just said. They had agreed. They've been negotiating. They agreed. These were negotiations. In negotiation, you ask for stuff, I ask for stuff. I ask for stuff, you ask for stuff. That's how negotiations go. This was the largest fine ever given to a player in history.
$5 million.
Yes. And it's really $10 million in real money. Because you got to make 10 to be able to get somebody 5. Just to help you out. Just to help you out. His first game back gonna be against Houston.
Unbelievable. You can't
make it no better.
It's experience.
I love it.
Experience.
Huh? Hold on.
Experience. You can't make this up.
The price. But see, the problem is, Chris, what you were talking about. I'm finna come back to you now. Them 12 games is the price you pay for rewarding bad behavior. Chris, all 31 other owners are so mad at the Haslam family right now. If it could happen, all of them would take turns putting their foot in his behind. It's that bad. I'm finna repeat. All 31 other owners, because they said you can't reward this bad behavior.
Are you serious? Are you really saying that? Those owners.
I'm gonna tell you why. If you listen, let me tell you. They gave him something that's unprecedented in the NFL. If you slow down, I'm gonna give you information. Then you go off. It's not that they just gave him the contract, but they gave him the only fully guaranteed contract in NFL history. $230 million guaranteed. That's why your boy having problems right now, Lamar Jackson, because Lamar Jackson said, shit, I want that much money guaranteed. That's the hold up in his contract, right? The other owners, you don't understand it, Chris, but the older owners, they're infuriated by this.
Why?
Nobody were pulling for, because they come on now, you got to think about this, okay? They set precedents now.
You mean
I got to do
contract?
Yes.
You mean the guarantee?
Yes.
There was also another precedent set.
Oh, you talking about the fine? We ain't talking about the fine
and the number of games.
And the number of games. We ain't talking about the fine and the number of games. We talking about, y'all got to understand, it's 30 guys, billionaires. They in business with each other, but they really, all of them ain't cool with each other. I know, like y'all think everybody ain't cool on this damn show. So you think 32 billionaires with 32 different egos, they don't, dude, Jerry Jones, him and Stan Kroenke is cool.
But Harold, what's the issue? Because Stan Kroenke spent a damn mint to win a Super Bowl.
Yes. No. You didn't hear me. Rewarding bad behavior. They knew Deshaun was messed up. Everybody knew it in the NFL circles. So they was just saying, why you give him? But what in their defense, they said, man, we ain't had nobody good since Jim Brown. That's 50 years ago. I got a chance to get this dude. I'm going to do it. So they did it. But that don't mean the other. So you think the other owners happy? You got to be. So guess what?
Here's what I know about those owners that you're talking about. Mm-hmm. And I learned this through the NIL in college sports. Mm-hmm. Every sportscaster I talk to, every coach, it's going to ruin the game. Oh, those kids don't need this. Oh, those kids don't need that. And the minute the floodgates were opening, they were all the highest bidders and paying kids to go to school. It went from something that should never happen to something they couldn't live without because it served their interests. Those same owners, you can talk what you want about that guarantee stuff. Guess what's going to happen? They going to guarantee somebody else when they want to win. That's all that's been happening. That's what's about to happen.
Jerry didn't guarantee Dak that much.
I understand that. But
and I'm gonna show you why the owners don't want. Let me explain something, man. Because you think. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna explain something to you that I know you ain't got a clue about. But listen, write this down. I want you to write this down.
I'm not writing it down.
No, you write this down. I want you to write this down. Listen to me. Y'all listen to me. Y'all notice how some guarantee, whatever they guarantee, whatever them owners guarantee in these contracts, guess what the owners got to do? The Haslam them had to take $230 million out of their account and put it in escrow.
Okay.
Listen, $230 million, because they guarantee, not the other part of the contract, the guarantees, they have to take it out of their account and put it in escrow so Deshaun can get paid no matter what, because it's guaranteed. Not if you go out of business. Hold on, listen, finish.
I'm
Not if you go out of business. Not if you talking about you don't like him. No. That money is an escrow. It's gonna get paid. So a lot of owners don't want to put up that kind of money at one time. Cause like I guaranteed him that much. Somebody else on this team got a guarantee. I got to get. It ain't just Deshaun Watson's 200. They got to do Myles Garrett's money. They got to do the whole damn any amount of money they guarantee.
So guess what you're saying to me? The players are winning. That's what you're saying to me. Because Hatter, the Browns want to win. They don't care about what you sit up there talking about right now.
What you
They
mean?
don't care.
I'm not saying. I'm just giving you facts.
Okay, so the fact is they want to win, so they're willing to do it. So guess what I know about these greedy ass owners? One of them gonna do the same thing. The players are winning. You tell me you.
I didn't say. Hold up, Chris. You didn't hear me, Chris. They mad because they got to start doing it now. Duh.
Damn straight. So I'm with that. So I'm down with it. Now,
If you listen,
hold on. Now hear your point. Now here's the one thing you did say. The premise. You got two things. You got two things going on there right now. You said they were mad for rewarding bad behavior.
yes.
But at the end of the day, the ultimate thing they're mad about is that they guaranteed him that money. That's what they're ultimately mad about. Damn the bad behavior, because they don't give a damn. They let murderers come back. They let rapists come back. They don't care, Hatter.
But they don't get
care
up.
about
Well,
winning.
guess what?
They're running a
Listen,
business.
Chris. Most now, if you go look at those contracts, those murderers, they ain't getting no 230 mil guaranteed, man.
Hatter, you
And
right.
hold up, they putting different.
Watch your boy Chuck McGowan trying to blow me up over here.
It's Hey, look, you better not be drinking no whiskey this early in the morning. In the early, man.
First of all, I didn't confirm that or deny that, but it's 2:00 though.
Okay, all right. Now keep talking. But I like what you're saying. Come on.
Yeah, because because here's my thing. The NBA, you know this more than me. Going to collective bargain correctly.
Right.
They're going to end. Now it's going to be in a different way. They're going to end the 1-year hardship rule, right? Right or wrong? It's going to be gone.
Mm-hmm.
You would think LeBron, because explain to people how LeBron got this money, because I don't think people understand the way Chris Paul them made sure they got this money on the back end.
No,
Explain
what
to
happened?
people,
No, it ain't.
and I'll make my point.
It used to be they had a stretch a threshold. You couldn't get maxed after 34 years old. Okay, 34-year-old, you couldn't get maxed after that. So Chris, in that last bargaining agreement, Chris Paul and LeBron James and D Wade, because they was running things, they knew they was gonna play till they 36, a little older. So they raised the threshold to 38. So now, you can't. You just couldn't get a max. You can get money, you just couldn't get the maximum max. Like Damian Lillard, he got the max of a 2-year extension. LeBron got the max. He got a lower amount of money because he's gonna be 38.
He's still damn near get $50 million though.
Yeah, but he couldn't get 60.
Right.
That's all it is. I mean, it ain't it's just a little technicality. It's not.
So here's my point.
Uh-huh.
My point about owners and stuff. They're trying to make sure on the back end, because they put this rule in place. It's only 1 year, so it don't make sense. To make sure that older players can play longer, and because these owners, you got to protect them from themselves. They gonna draft them young dudes, even if they ain't good enough.
Yes.
They gonna draft them.
Yes.
They gonna draft them. Like,
Because why? Why? Because you don't have to pay them much.
There you go. So what I'm saying is, but back then, they did have to pay him before they changed.
No, they put the rookie thing
No, I'm talking about
after we did the
when
Penny.
Kobe came out, the rookie thing wasn't in, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
When Garnett came out, the rookie
Yes,
thing
it
wasn't in.
was.
You sure about that?
Yeah,
I
it
thought
started
they
right
changed that
after
when they
Penny.
put the 1-year rule in.
It started right after Penny. They was one. This what
When
happened.
did Penny come out?
Penny, 93, 94.
Penny came out in 94.
Yeah. So when Penny came out, right, we got him so much money. The next year, Big Dog Robinson was talking about he want way more than that. Then David Stern said, "Oh hell no."
So that wasn't collectively bargained then.
Yes, yeah. It was collective bond. Yeah.
Okay, so what did they have to give up? You see what I'm saying? Because you know how that
I can tell you. I
can't
you got to realize the owners, they gave up some. I don't know exactly. I'll go look it up. But all they said was, we're gonna put a rookie. Y'all got to realize these owners really run this stuff now. They still the owners, and they were more powerful. You got to understand, David Stern didn't acquiesce to these players like Adam Silver does. That was a whole different regime.
He had a different.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So what happened was, all they was doing is saying, man, these dudes ain't good enough, man. We can't give them all this money, so we got this. That's when they got the rookie salary, the sliding scale, and that's when I said, I'm trying to get out of this business. Cause guess what? Look. This what made me say, okay, he get the first pick, he get this money, and so what? Guess what? Other agents came in, told these guys, well, you don't have to pay me for the first deal.
You don't pay on the first contract.
You pay me on second. So that means I'd have to service
Run all
those
that
guys for 4 or 5 years before I ever get a dime.
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna lie.
And they're gonna fire you before that 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, sometimes they do.
Most times, yeah. So here's the other thing. I was watching. I will say this, and I was watching the Hulu special, Legacy. I watched it this morning.
Mm-hmm. I haven't watched
it. And it was pretty good. I mean, I'm a Laker fan, so I'm a fan watching it. But again, comparing it to Winning Time, right? It was quite similar to me. Like, I think they did a good job of fictionalizing what Legacy say is the God's honest truth of what happened, okay? Because again, when you're writing, like, people don't understand, when you're writing a script, you're fictionalizing. Like, so some things may not be the truth, some things may be out of place, but it's accounts of what happened. The NBA in that time was in the toilet, did not make money, was on tape delay, right? What the NBA has become now, particularly for African-American players, is truly amazing, Adam. That the way that brand, you think about it, when I grew up in the 70s, it was baseball. Everybody wanted to play baseball, national pastime. Baseball. Football was Thanksgiving. It was the Cowboys, the Redskins. I want to say who else was good? Maybe the Steelers back then. It wasn't big. It wasn't big the way it is now. The NFL is obviously the number one sport. But basketball, because it started becoming darker, right? They had to build, you got to give David Stern credit. They had to build that back up. But a lot of that credit goes to 3 people. And you could correct me if I'm wrong. 1, Larry Bird. 2, Magic Johnson. And 3, Michael Jordan. Period. Period. There's a thing, because we're doing this thing on the Sonny Vaccaro thing. There was a thing that says Nike was making from 84 to, I want to say to 86, they made $3 million. Now, $3 million is a lot back then. Mm-hmm. Today, Jordan Brand makes $3 million every 5 hours.
Yeah.
People don't understand
Absolutely.
the impact that dude had on the game. If you ask LeBron,
wait a minute. I'm gonna give you the exact figure.
That's insane. I read that. I couldn't believe it.
It's matter of fact, I think it's $3 million over 4 years. I think
it was like over 4. I was trying. It might have been 3.
I think
it might have been 84 to 88.
I mean, you did good. Now
was a lot of money back then, though.
I know. It's a lot of money now.
But to say $3 million every 5 hours?
Okay, here you go.
Oh my God!
Check this out. Nike hoped for $3 million in Jordan sales over 4 years. Nike generates $3 million in Jordan every 5 hours now.
That dude. Now again, Magic and Bird, because I'm watching that special.
Keep talking. I got you.
People don't understand.
It was rough.
See, when people say about Magic Johnson, they don't understand what it was back then.
Dude.
42, 15, and 7 as a dude, man.
What's my favorite saying? You ain't stole that one yet and took it though, but because you probably ain't never heard it.
I'm like, just gonna tell me because I'm gonna get it.
And all I said was, I tell everybody, I said Michael Jordan, Larry Bird and Magic Johnson saved the league. Michael Jordan made it global.
Yeah.
And LeBron James made it mobile, where people want to move around and can move around. See, and I'm going to tell you, this guy, y'all remember, I told y'all about this guy named Rick Welts? That's the guy that Mark Jackson didn't like, that worked.
Oh, with the Warriors.
Yeah, that's the dude who, whatever you see at the All-Star game, all the pageantry and all the stars sitting on the front row and lights, camera, he and David Stern, the one came up with the concept of blowing Barcelona when they went to the Olympics out of the water. It was a big campaign. They just wasn't going to play basketball over in Spain. That was an NBA going global with their brand. That's why they had to bag Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan did not want to go. That's why he said, I got to play golf every day. They had to set him up. He had a whole lot of concessions. Oh my God. He had a rider out of this world. Michael Jordan, whatever Michael Jordan wanted to do, he could do. So, but and then if you look, he walked in the stadium, he got his Jordan brand all up over the stadium and and all that. So the rest is history. These guys but Bill Russell and all of those guys sustained the league, Chris. Because it wouldn't have been a league if those guys didn't sustain it. That's why Chris Paul and LeBron James, Carmelo Anthony, Dwayne Wade, they proposed to the Players Association, let's take care of our old guys. Free medical for all.
Yes. No, that's the right thing. Guys. That's the right thing.
So it's because these guys are making see what it is, Chris. It ain't. The owners making money too.
Man,
all we talking about is
I don't feel bad for those owners, man.
See? No.
Let me ask you a question. I was watching the thing on Derek Jeter, right?
Okay.
When he became the first black CEO of a major league franchise, right? Mm-hmm. And they made a comment, his wife did, or he did. He says, man, franchises there's only 32 of them. You always say this. It's only 32. They don't come open that often. They don't, which means that people make money off that. They make that, you know what I'm saying? Pat Bowden had to sell
the died. If he don't die.
Exactly. If he don't die, he don't sell it.
No.
Look at the Trailblazers. That's going to end up getting sold.
Yeah.
He died, Paul Allen.
Because he said, when he died, I know my sister can't run it. Sell it.
It's right.
Yes.
And she's fighting it, but
she fighting. She
fighting it. But my point is, they don't come open that often.
They don't.
That means they're making money.
Coach, they're printing money.
Coach, I don't even want to tell people. I forgot the number. That's crazy because I'm a Cowboy fan. Mm-hmm. What Jerry bought the Cowboys for?
He bought them for 100 something. He bought it for about 100 and some million back then.
$7.6 billion.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
And think about it. They just sold the Denver Broncos. Man. They just sold it. Pat Bowlen bought that team for less than nothing. Shit, Kansas City was grandfathered in. They've been there. They've been in it since the league existed. They didn't have to pay but $100 to get in.
That's what I'm saying. There's big money in that stuff. It's the reason why LeBron wants to own a team.
Coach, listen to me.
It's big money.
Why you think Lewis Hamilton want to be an owner? Why you think Melanie Hobson? What if Melanie Hobson don't bring him in? Melanie Hobson said, "Look, I got to show y'all. In case y'all didn't see
the Williams sisters got a piece of the Dolphins.
Yeah, they ain't got no piece like these people got piece. That's a different piece.
I don't know.
I'm gonna tell you something unique too. But let me show you. I got to show you, Melanie. I want people to know who this lady is. Watch this. Hold on.
As soon as this opportunity came up, I started off by saying you have to have Lewis. I met Lewis in his rookie season as an F1 driver, and we bonded over time. As you many know, he was knighted by Queen Elizabeth, and I call him Sir Little Brother as a result of that. He is the GOAT in his field, the greatest of all time, and he has this winning mentality, not just on the track, but in everything that he does. He cares deeply about people, about our planet, and as the first and only in his sport, about diversity, equity, and inclusion. So I know you're going to, when you get the opportunity to meet him, love him as much as I do.
She's so powerful, Lewis ain't even at this press conference. She's so powerful, I'm bringing him, I'm bringing him in. She the one helped do the deal. But Chris, let me show you something, boy. Chris, I connected some dots.
Okay.
That's why it was so easy for these people to get the team. The owner of the team, one of the principal owners is Rob Walton of Walmart fame. Guess what? Stan Crockett, guess who he married to?
Who? Oh, one of the Walmart.
One of the Walton sisters.
Yeah.
So guess what? The Waltons family got 2 NFL franchises now. All that Walmart, y'all done bought all the Walmart stuff. They own 2 NFL franchises right now. I just want to I don't want y'all to sleep. I want y'all to know what's going on. But
Well, that's what I'm trying to tell you is that there's money in ownership. That's why LeBron, if you say LeBron's liquidated, we already know what's about to happen. You saying LeBron ain't gonna leave no money on the table because he got to put that money else. He's about to buy a team. I don't know what team he's gonna be able to buy, but they're putting together a group.
They're trying to work
to buy a
something.
team.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing, and because that's
Kevin Hart in the group, Jay-Z's in the group.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. You know, and again, that all I'm saying is, man, when it comes to us, I was at a event the other day in Newark, and one of my business partners runs a company called The Laugh Mob. He's a partner in it. We go watch these comedians. This guy one of the guys started Innovators of Def Jam. You know, whatever happened, and he wasn't given credit for some of that stuff. I'm watching these comedians. So I'm talking to my partner. He says, man, there was a time that we couldn't give away Kevin Hart. Couldn't give him away.
Absolutely.
People was like, man, please.
Absolutely.
Couldn't give him away. And he took off like a rocket. Yeah. And now we're talking about this dude owning a team, right? Jay-Z, the same Jay-Z y'all love and say he the GOAT, nobody would sign this dude to a record deal.
Absolutely.
They had to create Rockefeller Records with some of that money off the streets. True story. LeBron came from the dirt. Kevin Hart's wife used to write his jokes. I'm telling you some real stuff right now.
Yes.
Us, we push them dudes, our community. They don't accept them until we make them popular. They don't just come on, man. They don't tab our stars. We do. And now these dudes got a chance to buy a team. I'm telling you the power in our community. Now it's not our dollars only that's propelling them, but let me tell you something. If you watch the Eyes on the Prize, they were talking about, and we talked about Memphis, 62% of the city is black. They were talking about Nashville, and they were talking about how much money black people accounted for, their spending power. It's like $50 million, something like that. And guess what? When they stopped spending that money, what them people brought them to their knees. That's the kind of buying power, and that's the kind of, if we are intentional with our dollars, and if we're really trying to make a change, we can do stuff that it's just hard to get us organized. I don't even want to go into that conversation. It's hard to get us organized and understanding the actual power that we actually have.
Because we didn't have to go through the struggle.
Because people say we're not a monolith. They talking about politically. We're not a monolith financially either. Okay, let's get that straight.
Most of us never had really struggled like them people struggled. Them people said they had to win.
There's people out there. Say that again. I didn't get it.
Martin Luther King them had to win. If they don't win, none of us win. A lot of you ain't been through no struggle like they've been through. You ain't got hit upside the head. You could go to Villanova. Right. John Lewis couldn't go to. Hold on, let me finish. You asked me. John Lewis couldn't go to Villanova. They wouldn't allow people
Different type of struggle.
Them people had to fight so you can get your black butt in Villanova.
I understand that, but po is po. Poverty is poverty. So I'm not talking about racism. I'm talking about poverty. I'm talking about being poor. I'm talking about not having access.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
Not having access. Because I grew up in Texas. So I didn't grow up in New York and California where they look at us a little bit differently. I grew up down south. You grew up in Memphis. Jimmy grew up on South Hall where it was still legal to say the N-word probably to the 70s. Come on now. I'm just trying to tell you what we.
What's your point?
A little bit different.
What's your point?
It's a little bit different, but we still have our own struggles. Okay.
Okay.
That we still have to deal with till this day. Listen to my man, please. Listen to my mom talking about negotiating the system and how the system is keeping certain people on welfare because if they work too many hours, they can't get their food stamps. I'm telling you what's going on.
Yeah.
I'm listening. I'm like, what? They don't want a job? Had my mom. How about this? She tells me this story. She said she runs convalescent centers. Okay. You would think being a nurse, that's a labor of love. It's a job, everybody. Let me let you understand it. It's a job. Some labor of love. One lady says, my car broke down. I can't get to work. They're trying to get people to come to work because after the pandemic, people won't go to work. They have that issue all over the country. So again, having it in healthcare is an issue too. Do you know what the lady said? She said, if you get me an Uber, I'll come to work. She's like, what? I get you. Hold on. If your car broke down,
I like her.
if I get you an Uber, you will come to work? Come on, man.
I like her.
Come on, man.
Hey, I mean,
You would.
But no, all I'm sitting up here thinking about, what the hell you talking about? Jimmy, what's up, man? I don't know what the hell you was talking about. Jimmy, what's up, man?
Talking about, don't get me started. Don't get me started. You know where I'm going.
You leave my people alone. You leave my people alone, Villanova.
I'm gonna leave alone. I'm not talking about not all of them. not all of them. Not many of them, but some of them. Okay. Not most of them.
Y'all share the show, man. Y'all share the show. I just got it going across the screen. There's a teacher shortage in the country too. I guess the teachers want a Uber too.
And listen, look at Alfio. That's the stuff I'm talking about right there. Negro rich. Look what Alfio said.
Yeah. They shot. I don't blame you, baby.
I ain't mad at him.
I don't blame you, baby. Do your thing, baby. I mean,
Hey, Corey, shut up, Corey. Shut up,
man,
Corey.
you leave Corey alone.
Corey came to town and didn't even let me know he was in town. I'm done with him, okay? I'm done with him.
He came to what, to New York?
No, it came to Texas. Was I in
Oh,
Texas?
yeah. Well, you wasn't here then when we came.
I don't know if I was there or not, but I know he came and I didn't know nothing about it.
Yeah, he don't tell you everything. You went to Villanova.
He went to A&M. Are you serious?
Yeah, that's why he don't tell you everything.
Boy, in them tight uniforms every day. Anyway, keep going.
Jimmy, what you got up, man?
Tight,
You want
doing them Yale calls and stuff.
let Jimmy get in here, man, right quick, cause
Man.
we ain't got that long. What you got, baby?
Oh man, the funeral. I'm lagging a little bit on the screen.
Ain't know what you do about it. When you came, we was perfect until you came, and something happened. So I mean, you want to pop back out and pop.
We can
back
hear
in?
him though. We can hear him though.
We'll try. We can hear you perfect though. Just when you came in, it just happened. I started lagging.
Yeah.
Chris started lagging.
It's
know we can do
pop
about
out.
All right, try to pop out and come back in. Let me get him out the way.
Hey man, let's talk Barbara. I mean, Barbara. He just cut his hair a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I should send you a picture of him when my brother was cutting his hair. You want the picture?
No, I got
Man,
a million pictures of Greg Shedd. He's a social media star. Oh, I got a million
my
pictures.
brother at the shop. Man, I'm trying to get my brother a plug at his barber shop.
Oh, well, send it to
But,
him. Send it to him.
You corrected me.
I don't know, Chris.
He
Chris,
was
this
break-
is something
he
I
was
didn't mean to
breaking up
correct.
a fight. He was breaking up something supposedly.
Right.
So he wasn't there doing anything nefarious, but he was breaking up something and end up getting shot. And they have not found the shooter. And you made a point that never even dawned on me.
What'd I say?
Like Tupac and Biggie. They all know who did it. That's why they don't have no suspects. I was like, damn.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Which means it could be a family member or something.
Well, we're going to find out. Cause Scoop Newsworthy, Jimbo, he done found out some stuff. Don't you ever think he ain't found out something. We just waiting on him.
You talking about hits?
They released the balloon released today. Yeah, Jimmy. That's you know. But dude, he played high school basketball in this city. So you know.
Oh, yeah. Definitely got some. Jimmy definitely got a. Oh, Freightman say they got a suspect. Freightman over there at Tuskegee.
Oh, they got a suspect now, Freight? Freight ain't called and told me that. Man, you know what?
Tell Freight.
He called and you know what? He called and tell me that stupid ass stuff.
Real quick. Tell me
said-
call the hotline real quick. God damn.
Call the hotline. No, he ain't gonna say nothing. He'll Tascasita site.
Oh, my bad. Barry McDonald, man, you were so
A
wild.
Tascasita site. You know, they stick together out in that neighborhood. I'm finna put him on the screen now. We just waiting. Jimmy probably downloading his machine back. Let me see. Let me put the young fella up there and see.
No, he said they're looking for a suspect. That's what I thought. I didn't think they had one yet.
Oh, okay. There go Greg. Hold on. Let me bring it
My
down,
brother in the
son.
middle.
Greg,
Nike.
that's your brother. Boy, that boy looks just like you.
That's that barber, man. He got that cut. Go on to the mighty cuts, man.
I let one man cut my hair. That's it. All right. Yeah. What you finna say about my hair?
He's gonna be gone soon.
Absolutely. Hey, I'm gonna get like Jordan. I'm gonna cut it all off and give me an earring up there. Have me an earring.
Look like Sinbad. Don't do that. Do them corny earrings. Don't do what Jordan doing. I love Jordan.
No, I'm gonna
What's
put
wrong with Jordan?
no.
What's wrong with Mike's eyes, man? I mean, Mike's eyes. Man, what's going on with his eyes?
If you do what he do every day, you smoke cigars, smoke, and drink every day, your eyes might just stay that color.
Mike smoke that weed? I did not know that, man. I didn't know that. I did not know that. Hey, are you gonna apologize to LeBron and Maverick about what you was talking about?
No, I ain't gonna apologize for the grinding. No, sir.
Are you gonna apologize?
No, sir.
About putting that out there about LBJ?
I'm not gonna apologize about the grinding.
So let me ask you a question. When LeBron this year, because it's gonna happen, when he breaks the all-time scoring record, what is Robert Haller gonna say? Oh man, he played 20 years. Oh man, he did. When he breaks the all-time scoring record,
I just said something. I just went for 30 minutes talking about LeBron.
I'm just asking an honest question. When he breaks the all, you got Herb Ledee on them dudes hating. When he breaks the all-time scoring record, what are you gonna say?
LeBron broke the all-time scoring record.
Boy, you something else.
What you want me to say?
Y'all gonna find ways to chop him up. I'm just telling you.
Bourbon.
Where does LeBron? How about next question? Where does LeBron end his career?
Oh, right there.
With the Lakers?
Yeah. Unless that opt-out year he chooses to go, whoever draft Bronny. If Bronny get drafted, I mean, I hope Bronny go to college. I really hope the kid go to college.
Thaddeus Moody, you need to stop it, man.
What Thaddeus Moody said?
Daddy grew up walking pigeon-toed with his tongue out like Mike, too. He had that one little wristband. You know, Thaddeus Moody, he was one of them dudes emulating Mike like that. Come on, man. LeBron James, when he breaks the all-time scoring record in NBA history, it is officially over. He's the GOAT. I don't want to hear about nobody on the chop shop. The same way them Cowboys are winning the championship this year, the Cowboys are going to finally get over the threshold. There is no one in the NFC. Look, Kyler Murray won't read a scouting report.
Hey, Jimmy, I'm finna mute him. Jim, I'm gonna mute him. Do you have any? Jim, do you have any Greg Shedd news?
We ain't got to worry about him. Drew Brees is gone. They got Jameis. We ain't got to worry about him. I'm just telling you, It is set up. The only team we got to kind of worry about is Sean McVay. That's going to watch what happens. Watch what happens. Watch what happens.
Jim,
It's going to be so much drama. Hey, Jim, where you get one of them hats from, man? What? I need to get one of those, Doc.
Jim,
I need to get. I like
do we
that.
have any
Get one of
Greg
those.
Shedd news? Let's talk about Greg Shedd right now. I want to hear about this young man. I want to tribute. It's supposed to be Greg
You know
Shedd
what?
Day, not Chris Walker Day.
In case you guys may remember, yesterday Chris Walker said something that saturated deep into my thoughts. He said, "I love to hear myself talk."
I did not
You
say
never said
that.
that. Yes, you did. You said that. You said it.
Oh my God. Hold on, let me do something real quick. Hold on a second. My midday sports happy hour. How about that?
That ain't nothing but Suge Avery P. But anyway, guys, funeral arrangements, services has been announced for Greg Shedd, and he's a young former Tascasita High School basketball star who was gunned down this past weekend in a bowling alley parking lot. This young man, he's just starting to live his life. And you think about, he won with high school. He was in the backcourt alongside Carson Edwards. They also played with Fabian White, was a teammate as well. Greg Shedd went on to junior college, and that team, the state team, went to the state championship, the state tournament. His junior college team went to the junior college Final Four, the national championship. And he decided he moved away, pursued, and became a personal trainer, was an internet, what they call them, influencers nowadays. He had, somewhere nearly 30,000 followers on his Instagram, IG account. But he would be definitely missed. I mean, a lot of people is voicing, and he was loved by many. The funeral, the services will be this Saturday at the Silver Lake Church. Silver Lake Church is over on Cullen, over near Dawson High School. Pearland Dawson High School, Silver Lake Church is right down the street from Dawson High School. It's going to be Saturday at 11 a.m. is the viewing. 12 noon will be the actual funeral service. Also, a suspect has been charged in this murder, charged with murder. However, the name, as of this morning, the name of the suspect was not released.
It's released now, Jimmy.
They released it now?
His name is
it's on
Devontae D. Banks, 29 years old, has been charged in the murder of 24-year-old Gregory Shedd. He was shot and killed on Sunday.
Who, man? 29-year-old.
Yeah, 29-year-old. His life is done. Greg's life is done. Yeah. Yeah.
Sad.
And so this is just the beginning. As we learn on the Chop Shop, man, with cases, more and more is going to come out as the days and weeks goes by. I'm really concerned, and I'm hopeful that this funeral service on Saturday can go without any drama.
Well, what drama you think?
Why?
Why?
I mean, I'm just saying I'm hopeful that it doesn't. Here's the deal, Chris. If family is out partying and something transpires and one of the family members go on the news and say, we know who did it, we know where you are. But even then, oh, by the way, that's a home run for the Astros. That is Moody. Ask him what the score is now. But even then, they still refused to, and they was hesitant to put the name out. That my thing is, it lets me know that the family knew who it was. The dad got him on the local news and said it. I'm paraphrasing, know who you are. We know where you are. That's good street talk. For anybody from the street, know what that means. They know what that means. Whenever somebody say that, it really ain't nothing you could. But when you say that, it means something. So if you go into the funeral and they had not made this warrant, warrant for the arrest of the suspect, what if the suspect he had to have some type of affiliations with a portion of that family? This wasn't a stranger. Nobody is saying that. Nobody has came out and say, "Man, y'all just help us find the killer." Think about we've seen this. So you never heard that from nobody. They knew from day one who this guy was, and let him sit free for 72 hours plus. That means somebody loved them enough to try to yield and write their own narrative and get it in there. I'm just giving common sense to this stuff. So somebody at that funeral is going to be pissed off that it took that long for them to get all, to cooperate. Whoever was probably uncooperative. And what if somebody say the wrong thing to the wrong family member? We've seen it happen. I've seen, man, come on, we all know we've seen funerals where families go.
I've seen a fight at a funeral before.
Oh, I've seen several.
I swear to God, at the gravesite, I saw a fight.
I've seen several.
You said you never seen a fight at a funeral?
No.
People that haven't seen each other in a long time.
I don't go to too many
I've seen a
funerals.
fight at a funeral.
Yeah.
Couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I was like, it's just shell shocked. Like, y'all really doing this?
Like I was saying the other day, I don't even want to go to my own funeral, so I ain't trying to go to too many other people's funerals. I'm trying to prolong mine as long as possible. But but Jimmy, you say you're trying to be clear, but from what you said, you got me a little bit more foggy. So you're saying, I don't really know what you're saying. You just said they know the guy, say no, and they took too long to tell. But if you said the dad said he knows the guy, but the dad said you said the dad know who the guy was, and you better. But then why did the dad tell who the guy was?
Because the streets don't do it like that. He did. That's how the streets talk. You ain't gonna tell. The police knew who this guy was.
The streets really don't talk on TV.
But he did. So that's what I'm trying to tell you.
The streets don't talk on TV.
But when you do, that's one of those. When you make a statement like that, that's a person that make a statement like he did. That's basically saying I'm willing to die tomorrow because if I find you, I'm gonna get you. I know where you at.
He said that on TV?
No, that's what that means. He said we know who you are. We know where you are. So that means I'm on the way. That's what that means. That's street talk, Hatter. That means if you get on the, guess what?
I ain't finna tell nobody I'm on the way.
What? That's what that means.
Maybe I'm not from the streets.
But I'm saying, but when you say that, that's what that means. Police, we didn't let you do it long enough. We know who you are. We know where you are. Y'all play around. That's what that means. And sure enough, 24 hours later, they came up with this arrest warrant. And my thing is, I'm under the belief that several people that were with that family gathering, a collection of family members, family and friends combined, knew who the guy was. So that means they were taking statements. They were doing interviews. That's what homicide does. Either you're gonna cooperate or you're not. And they going sifting through the camera footage. But the bottom line is, I'm saying is that I just hope everything goes smoothly on Saturday. Bottom line.
Okay.
And Kenneth Gamble say, sound like I'm one of the people going to the funeral. You damn right I am. Be careful. These are people in their 20s, the suspected assailant and the deceased. They don't think like some people in their 40s or their 50s on the regular in today's society. Be surprised. So be careful.
What if the killer is not going to be there? He's in jail. So, you saying that he had an accomplice? You saying he's a? So I'm just trying to see what the. I mean, I'm lost. Yeah, y'all stay away from me because I'm lost. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. I can't. I'm lost. Somebody else. I just don't.
So tell me this. Mm-hmm. So you think that a person that first of all, for you to do the shooting, either you're doing two things in a situation like that. If they already have a squabble going on, that means the shooter was involved in initial brush, or a protector or a retaliator from somebody that initially was in.
Oh, that's sorry. You're right. I'm sorry, Jimmy. The suspect, they searching for him. He ain't arrested yet. Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you, Darryl Barnes. My bad.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
There you go. So now you see. Now is it clearer now?
No, it ain't no clear because I wouldn't have told nobody I'm finna. I know where he is. I don't know where he is. I don't know. No, I'm talking about me, Jimmy. I would have said, well, I'd rather not. I'm distraught right now. I just rather not talk about it. That's what I would have said. That's all. Usually people who trying to go do something like that I just, maybe I just grew up different.
But understand, maybe you never had a son that got killed in cold blood.
No, I haven't. And neither have you.
We don't know.
And neither have you.
Exactly. You don't know what you would do or say after you trusted the police. You gave him the intel. They know where this person is, and they don't go get him as though you want him to.
But I ain't trying to be no suspect if I do go get him.
But if you go get him, then that means you think that guy gonna let you come get him on. Let me slow down. You think that guy gonna let you just roll up on him, and y'all gonna have a conversation?
No.
If you roll up on him, what do you think is going to happen? Y'all finna have some pistol play. You as a dad. So guess what? You might not come back. You got to be willing to take that and realize. So whatever you say, y'all better do what y'all gonna do because I'm gonna find it. We know where you at. That's kind of like what that means. And guess what? What if he don't feel he no suspect?
Wow.
Yeah, somebody might say he might feel it's self-defense. That's what happened in the football game. They whispering that might be a defense from the Little League football killing massacre. That's what that was. Allegedly. But
I sure would like to talk to the detective. I sure need to talk. I got to call. I just want to know because it's just something just ain't, Chris Walker, they say you sitting this one out. I'm just trying to find out. I don't know I ain't going to the funeral no way. Like I said, I don't go to the funeral. But to people, I guess y'all don't go to the funeral. And Jimmy got one person to understand what he's talking about. Because
the other thing is, how do you pull my coattail to this? So he grew up with his grandparents, right?
Yeah.
The mom, I'm assuming the dad, like there's some stuff going on there.
Yeah.
Some
If you grow
infighting.
up,
Absolutely.
yeah.
There's some infighting going on. So Jimmy's point is, if that carries over into the funeral and it's not somewhat resolved, there could be an issue.
Yes. I ain't talking
And that
about the
could be a
funeral part. I'm
that could
talking
be an
about saying
active,
I'm
that
gonna
could
get
be a
somebody on.
dangerous place to be.
No, I'm talking about the part that I'm going on TV saying I know who they are. I know where you are, and that's I mean that's yeah.
But think about it. And I don't know this guy, so I don't want to
Me
cast
either.
an expert.
Me either.
If he a street dude, you
I
think
didn't
he
even
cares?
hear it. I didn't even
You
hear it.
think I'm saying you think he care? Like Jimmy said, you think that dude cared? Like we don't know all the particulars of what happened, and we don't know who this other person is that took it. Who knows the affiliations and the way they're all connected? Who knows? For that dude to say that on TV lets you know it must be the still something's really, really, really going on for him to make a statement like that on TV. Because if something come up with Deontay, with the Banks kid, they going right for that daddy. So something must really
Yeah.
be going on for that dude to say that on TV.
That's what
He
I was
just
talking
implement. He just put himself in plain sight if something happened to that suspect. That's what he did.
That's what I was trying to say. But okay, it's okay.
Putting himself in plain sight.
I mean, that's
And
crazy.
at
How would you do that?
some point, you get to a point where you don't give a shit.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. At some point, you over the edge, and that's what when I saw that dad, and I've been knowing him for a few years. He was beyond mad. He was beyond disappointed. He was ready for whatever.
I ain't seen that. I say I guess I don't watch the news enough.
Yeah. Now, and understand this. That way, I want to wrap this and bring this home.
Okay, wrap it on.
In the suspect has yet to be apprehended.
Right.
We are, in case you guys ain't let it saturate, we are 48 hours away from the funeral service. The person who's on the run or who's yet to be apprehended or yet to turn himself in, who knows, he might have be working some out. How much does he have to lose right now? What's going to happen? What do you think is likely to happen when they catch him? Because you left the crime scene, right? What do you think is going? What do you think this? How do you think this story ends if he's behind bars? Not with an acquittal, with a conviction. He has a murder case. We don't know. They haven't said his criminal history. I don't know if he has one or not. But if you're out and you've had time to reflect on it, that the walls are closing in on you every minute, somebody can go and tell somebody where you are. You're 29. Chances are, guess what though? They identified the vehicle as a white Range Rover, So 29 years old, new model Range Rover. But that little stash of cash you gotta go get that real quick. You got to get somewhere. My point is this: you have time to reflect on it, and that person might be under the impression that say, you know what, I ain't going back to jail. Just say if he been there. But there's a lot of guys out there that when they do ready to do crimes, they already got it wrapped up in their mind. If I get caught, I ain't going back. They're going to have to do. Chris, I know you've heard people say it, folks. How you from Memphis? You heard people in Memphis say they say the same sentence. If they catch me, they're going to have to do what to me? They're going to kill me. Some guys say that. We don't know if all of them are truthful or not because they don't all end the same way. But here's my thing. What if this guy's mad enough to where he's in the point where he says, you know what, I ain't got nothing to lose. I'm going out. I'm going to make sure I make CNN and show up at that funeral in a drive-by form of fashion, sitting in, That's what I meant when I said earlier about because he's not in custody yet. So you're not safe. If he was if he thought enough to kill this young man, what do you think about? He think about anything else as extension of this young man? He probably would kill them too, because he know that they're trying to kill him. That's what I'm saying, man. This stuff. Got my security at the football game. We don't need security at that. Definitely. But once again, that's Saturday, 11 a.m. is the viewing. 12 noon is the services at Silver Lake Church, 1865 Cullen Boulevard in South Houston. Yeah, Alfio, we know that. I mean, Alfio put it out there. I mean, Big Greg is Big Greg. If Greg Senior was a geek, a nerd, then you'd be like, man, shut the hell up. His daddy, people that on the street how to know his dad. His dad is he was ready for whatever. Put it like that. I'm looking at Kevin Freeman. Well, I'm so glad. Ain't y'all glad school getting ready to come back in? So Freight gonna have to have a classroom to deal with. They need to give Freight a full class so he can deal with. So he won't be. Well,
What is he saying?
Cornell is gonna get the guy to turn himself in. Well, now Archie.
Okay.
Archie say don't speak that into existence. Archie, I wasn't really trying to speak into existence. I was actually trying to caution people that don't understand the dialogue and what's going on. Because there's a lot of people that just went to school with him that don't know what's going on with his family. That know the pre-existing relations within his family and what was going on, what was bubbling under the surface.
You're right.
So a lot of people don't know that, and then a lot of people that do know that, they're doing some of the code of the street and saying, look here, man, they know what they need to know. They got the cameras. They know what the hell happened, which they do. And they did. But you notice that of all the evidence they have, everybody's being like, they're toning it down. But, man, it's a tough situation. A very tough situation. Hey, and I want to pivot real quick before we get ready to land the plane. And the topic from the other day, I was watching the news last night. I mean, I tape the news every night on two different networks, and then one of them I was watching. Isaiah Carey had the head referee on his Isaiah Factor last night. So the referee from up in Dallas at the Lancaster football tragedy, that head referee, the light-skinned one, the one that the guy was kind of going after at first on the beginning of the video, of the first video, he was on the Factor last night, and it was just intriguing because he gave his plans and his hopes of trying to get get everything, whereas people have to have. We talked about this yesterday. Background checks and
hey, why can't we get him on? We should get him on the Chop Shop.
I tried to get the league owner on the Chop Shop, and I've been hitting him. He's been delaying every day, and he said Wednesday, and then he just hit me back this morning. He was like, "Man, he's trying to get everything together." I'm like, I hit him back. I was like, "Well, your head referee was on a news station in Houston, even though he good." I mean, it's like one of those things where
you got to put his own message out. They can't have too many people talking.
My thing is, the way I look at it like this, Chris. If you got nothing to hide, or it's unfortunate, but if you really want to be part of the solution, then why the hell would you not want to be on the Chop Shop? Because that was the purpose. We're not TMZ. We're not just trying to get out there and get you just to and talk and just shoot the bobo about it. We're trying to find a common ground on realistic solutions, which people saying, well, get this and get the gates and get the police. Man, like we mentioned yesterday, people can still park in their cars. They're going to still play football in public parks. Tax dollars pay for those. So now what do you do? And so the other night, I forgot to tell y'all about this one. Judge Joe Stevens commented on this topic about a possible solution. And guess what Judge Joe Stevens' possible solution is? He's suggesting that no parents should be allowed in none of the youth sports. It's Judge Joe Stevens. And he's citing because it happened at a recent golf tournament that he had to take his daughter to in California. He said the parents had to drop the kids off at the golf tournament and they could not attend. And I started thinking about some stuff. At the NBPA Top 100 camp, the parents aren't allowed to see the kids only at certain times.
Yeah.
They're not allowed all access when the kids are on the court messing around. So it's not way.
But San Francisco, they have a no clap rule. The parents can go to the games, but they cannot cheer. How crazy is that?
And what sport? What sport is that?
Baseball. Baseball. They're
Really?
allowed to go to the games, but they're not allowed to clap or cheer.
In baseball.
True.
That's youth baseball.
I'm watching. I'm like, that don't make any sense. But they're not allowed to do it, or they can't go to the games. Yeah. I was like, what? Dude, people, I'm telling you, man, people don't realize when you go to one of those games and you sit in the stand, just go to a pro game one time. I went to the Knicks game, right? Sitting there in them Robert Hatter seats, right at the bottom, right behind the bench, right? They had this little white kid, little Jewish kid, had the little hat on. I don't even want to disrespect the kid or whatever. The kid was saying stuff. He was with his dad. I was like, yo, man, you cannot allow your kid to talk to them grown men like that. That's something, you cannot do that, man. Like, you need to get your kid to pipe down. That's really disrespectful and crazy. You understand what I'm saying? You following me here. Just saying the most outlandish stuff to dudes making 40, 50, and 60.
It don't even matter how much money they making. To that man and his son, that kid been taught that.
Correct.
That kid done saw that somewhere.
Correct. It's like the Jackie Robinson. Remember the Jackie Robinson thing
Yes.
in the movie?
I love that part of the movie.
Oh my God. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And so my thing is now look at that grown man going to watch his kid play, talking about somebody else's child. Not only somebody else's child on the other team, but somebody else's child on the same team. I would say that would be, again, I could be wrong. There could be more issues internally talking about kids on the same team than talking about somebody on the other team. That's the kind of stuff that should drive me. Hey, man, that's the same. Hey, man, what y'all doing, man? Don't do that. Don't do that, man. You want to talk about them? I don't even want you doing that because I think that's ridiculous. Because I know what can escalate when somebody's saying, man, he busting your son ass. Whoa. Yo, calm down, man. Get him. And how that story you told me the other day when little Robert was playing football.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't understand. Yeah. And he may not have meant it that way, but there's intent and impact. Yeah. I know what your intent is. You're saying this.
Right.
But you don't really understand the impact of what you're saying, homeboy.
And you just made me think about
people don't understand that, man.
Football smack is a different layer of smack than, let's say, baseball smack. Because in football smack, we all saw Little League games before. Hit him, tear his head off.
Yeah.
Take him out. Kill him.
Yeah.
They say that. They don't really mean kill him, but they say that at football game. Kill him. Knock him out. So you're a parent. You hearing another parent telling their kid to knock your kid out. The defensive mechanism in you as a parent is saying, you know what? if that
But,
kid hit my
but
baby and knock him out,
Jimmy,
I swear I'm gonna turn this I'm gonna turn it out.
but Jimmy,
That's what.
but think
Oh
about this,
yeah.
Jimmy. But think about this, Jimmy. They sitting 5, 10 feet from you. You know what parents don't realize sometimes when they go into a game, man, you don't know who kid is who out there. What the
Our
what they don't-
grandkid.
You don't know who's kid. You could be sitting next to the kid, parents that you talking mess about. He's sorry. Whoa. You just don't know. You don't know, man.
Man, I'm just sitting there. Reason I'm quiet, I'm just sitting there thinking, man.
Man, listen, you the only one on this panel that's had a kid. You know what it's like when people up there chopping your child up, man. That ain't no good feeling, man. Please.
Coach, why you think I sit away from everybody?
You
All my
right
life.
about that.
I'm sitting here I went 4 years in college watching my son play, and the people didn't even know that was my son until senior night. Cause I went in the gym and shut up. Cause I hear all that. I don't want to hear that, man. Cause I know. When a dude tell your son, your little 9-year-old boy, to catch that little mama and break his leg.
Oh my God.
That's that
Oh,
football
my God.
talk, there, boy.
I said, and I had something to say to him. I came 2 inches about it. If I wasn't who I was.
But think about it, Hatter. Think about if that would have happened, open carry, that dude got a pistol.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to tell you,
Yeah.
and you a good dude. You not an idiot.
I would have went. Yeah, I'm serious. I would have.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
People don't realize. That's why when I go to them games, I tell them people, hey man, we don't talk about other people's kids, man. Stay away from that. Cheer for your own. Always. You know what? Jay Rice always say this when we talk about press conference at Villanova. He said, always positive about them, never negative about you. He's always say that. Anytime you give a press conference, always positive about them, never negative about you. I take it the same way. Always be positive about your own team. Don't say nothing negative about the other team. Be positive about I flip it. Be positive about your own people. That's all right. We'll get it again next time, Jimmy. In the back of your mind, you be like saying, that dude's sorry, but you don't say that out loud. It's because it's team. And then when the other team cheer, hey, good job. Let's keep putting the pressure on them. D up. Instead of saying, keep busting it. It's incendiary. Don't do that. We got to teach these people how to discipline, how to act out a game. This is not the Rockets versus the Spurs. And even at those games, you shouldn't be doing it.
No.
Think about what Draymond Green White was saying.
Yeah.
Think about LeBron talking about Boston.
Think about what Bill Russell had to go through.
Oh my God! They think it's just because they pay their money. Tell me, what does that have to do with being a fan? The fan means you're a fan of your team. It doesn't mean that you have to destroy the other team. That don't make you a true fan. A true fan is to love your own team even when they're not good.
Well, maybe we need to bring some of those radical fans on and have them call. I just want to hear I want to hear. Maybe I don't. Maybe I don't want to hear what they got to say. But I would like to hear their story. What would make you? What would make you act like that? I'll never forget. Me and Jimmy, we up there cheering for a team. We were cheering for the Defenders, a team that neither one of us have affiliations with. But shit, they from Houston. We cheering for. All we did is cheer for them. We weren't cheering against the Indiana, the other team. We were just Derek Griffin, Twins, We weren't talking negative against the little guard. Them, Yogi Ferrell. We weren't talking back. So I just don't. You can like your team, like that lady right there on that right there, Minnie Collins. She always want to mess against my team. Cause her little team. I'm just messing with Minnie. You said,
but Hannah, but we gotta have. This is a good topic to maybe talk about next week and get some fans on because people really don't. How about this? Guess what we're actually doing? Hey man, there is a proper way to cheer for your team. There's a proper way to conduct yourself in sports because we always tell the kids about sportsmanship. We talk to the kids about sportsmanship all the time. Hey man, somebody reach out to slap your hand, slap it back.
But some things I like. Some things I like. For some reason, I like when the visiting team said, Overrated. That means you a
That's
bad
fine.
dude on the other team. I like
But
that.
that's fine. But that's fine. I'm not talking about that, right? That's
Yeah.
fine. I'm
Right.
talking about when you make it personal.
Right.
Number 23, terrible. Get him out the game.
Yeah.
What? Number
Yeah.
23, daddy's sitting right next to you.
Yeah.
Man, you
Yeah.
crazy? Matter of
Yeah.
fact, just like Jimmy said the other day, number 23, daddy just got fired today. He come to support his son, and you up here talking about, I'm just trying to tell you, man. You
So
got to
that
have the
so
mindset when you walk in there.
so this is part of a solution.
Okay.
Then, so we see where a lot of this stuff breeds at. We know on the field in the course of battle, that's one thing, but in the stands is where it breeds at, and I'm people are already agitated because the smack talking. There's no creed. It's maybe each organization need to come out with a new creed of how how far you should or could go with your smack talk, and then you have to enforce the removal of them, the due process of them, the due diligence of that if somebody violates it. Because now we see what's happening. This is an everyday occurrence
Absolutely.
in competitive sports that people are on the sidelines. And guess what? I've been guilty on a misdemeanor-ish level of it because I know I've been in the stands and you've sitting with me, and I may say number 23, heavy trash, awful.
Dude.
And then I had Chris, and I had somebody might elbow me next to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude,
Hey, that's his grandma.
let me tell you something, man.
And then what you
When
gonna say?
take
You gonna say two things. You can't turn around and say excuse me, because that means you're
Yeah.
acknowledging that you know who she is. You just gotta
Exactly.
change the subject. You can't. What do? All you gonna say, you
Dude.
know what? Man, I don't give a shit. So now they hear you saying I don't give a shit. So
Yeah,
now
you
they're
that's what I'm
double
saying, man.
agitated.
You gotta be careful. You gotta have a plan.
What you said,
Dude.
Chris?
Let me tell you something. When you I'm looking at people talking about Indiana fans, right? When you play summer basketball and you play a team that's all white and the other team all black, I'm telling you, man, you are so close to a situation happening depending on where you are.
Absolutely.
Am I lying, Jimmy?
Absolutely.
I'm just telling you what can happen.
Absolutely.
Depending on where you are so close to a real situation going down. That's the even in high school. I'm telling you, man, people don't understand. You got to have a plan when you go into stuff like this.
Coach,
There could be,
my most
huh?
comfortable time was at Katy. Katy. Katy Taylor. And Robert got put out of the game, and I was wondering why. And he came over and said the little kid on the team called him the N-word. That's why he was he went to jack him up. And I said, okay, I'm good. I said, okay. Because you get a ticket and get put out the game, I'm mad. But no, he called you out your name, man. You got to address that. And it wasn't he didn't throw no punch or nothing. He just went and got up in face and just told him, man, what I don't know what he said to him, but it's just, man, people just don't have respect for people no more. That's what I see. It's a lack of disrespect all around the board, Chris. I'm sorry.
No. You sprung some. I don't know if y'all talked about it, but I mean, maybe we can come on next week and talk about it because I know we got to go.
Okay.
But that guy from the Oklahoma being fired for what he read on the laptop, did you talk about that?
No, we never talked about it.
Man, because it's a larger narrative there.
Mm-hmm.
What did he read on the laptop?
They have never said, unless Hatter knows, they've never revealed what was said on the laptop. Now we know what was on. We know what he could have said.
The N-word was involved.
No question.
Yeah.
I think it was more than that.
Yeah.
Well, what do you mean? What could have been that will get it that'll cause him to get fired?
Fired. Yeah.
And he's been there like 20 plus years.
Yeah.
What you say, Jim?
Jimmy freezing up over there.
But Hatter, that's
now you're moving back, Jim. You're moving now again. First you was
Because
no,
Okay.
you wasn't froze. You was just froze. You looked like you was froze. Then you moved.
but he
Oh,
didn't
that's
say
what it
anything.
was.
Yeah, you
But
didn't.
he wasn't saying anything. But I'm
Okay.
saying
Uh-huh.
the fact that he repeated, it's kind of like the same thing with rap songs and stuff. You can't sing the rap song, so I
Hey,
don't know
hold up,
what he
Chris.
has.
Shout out to Kobe Henderson, man. He riding in the car with his daddy. He probably listened to the Chop Shop for the first time. What's up, Kobe? We always talk about you on the show.
He
Now,
taking him, dropping him off in school or something, man.
yeah, I just
Okay.
wanted to shout out to him. Huh? Chuck
Say,
Go on.
Henderson nephew. Come on.
Okay.
Now, what you were saying, Chris?
No, I'm saying what I'm saying is that we should talk about it next week. Is that I'm trying to figure out what is it. I mean, a guy been there forever. He clearly said he was clearly upset, or whatever,
Yeah.
or he's trying to be funny. But
Yeah.
he's been there for a long time, so that ain't the first rodeo. That ain't the first time. Don't forget who's his brother, guys. Who's his brother? Over at where? Oklahoma State. Mike Gundy. The one who was on the OAN stuff. I'm just talking about people that are coaching your
Absolutely.
kids.
Absolutely.
People that are coaching your kids.
Absolutely.
People that you sending your kids to and hoping they're gonna do X, Y, and Z too. And they're gonna help your young black kid grow into a man. Man, don't get me started.
Think about Urban Meyer hiring this dude from Iowa who he knew what the man was doing and said, I'm Urban Meyer. I can hire who the hell I want to. They fired the man the next week. The man resigned in the next couple of days. Man, people think that's hey, Chris. What we don't understand is some of these households that's normal. But like you said, we're gonna table this conversation.
No, we need to table that. We need to
Yeah.
talk through that because that's a
That's a good one. That was a good one. Jimmy, what you got to close us out with?
oh man, close your audience. Don't forget today, weather permits.
Oh yeah.
The annual back to school drive and supplies giveaway will take place at Triple J's Smokehouse, which is located on Homestead, at 6:30 p.m. Once again, weather permits. We have the Harris County Sheriff's Department, which is probably going to be the safest, visibly the safest back to school supplies drive that you're going to ever see in your life. There's going to be over a dozen uniformed officers there helping with traffic detail, helping everything flow smoothly. We're going to be giving away backpacks, school supplies, uniforms, and also after school clothing, not just for the kids, but for the parents as well. That which is very important. And you don't think about it like, say, I'm going in my closet in a minute and pull out some threads, because that parent, if they can get that extra shirt or extra polo or something, then guess what? That means they can spend that money that was going to go for them towards that baby or towards those kids later on. They can use an extra pair of Jordans or extra pair of Nikes that I'm about to go in there and put in the bag to put on the table. And that's what we do. And everything. So we encourage everybody to come out if you can. They're going to be, I think, Alex Sestero, he and his crew are scheduled to come out today, and that's from the AccuFleet. You know, his company, they do the sanitizing on the airplanes, on the staffing and whatnot. They always hiring. In case you guys go to rcssports.com and scroll all the way to the bottom of the page, and you'll see a link directly to their website. Just giving him a plug on that. Henry Sims is bringing some students over to volunteer. Shout out to Henry Sims and his program as well, the Toccoa Academy, and others. A few others always come out annually. But once again, weather is, and this is not the first year we've faced a back to school supplies drive with unruly weather on the horizon. This is not the first time, and somehow, you know, our prayer warriors get out there. Next thing you know, it might drizzle a little bit, and we are able to take care of everybody in a timely manner. The way that this thing goes, you come out once again 6:30. We have a few hundred backpacks. I think about 400 backpacks, something like that, 400 to 500. If everybody that comes would get an armband. That armband will guarantee you at least a backpack. Then that way now you're not faced to stand in line and you wait 30 minutes in line to realize that you're out, and that's the one thing that you wanted. Now you'll have the clothing items are based on the size. We have different size stuff. Hell, somebody even came and brought some dishes and some and some silverware. Somebody donated some dishes. They were like, one of the families, they might can use some dishes. It came from they had a cabin on the lake, and they get new dishes and stuff. And I was like, okay, well, I'll put it out. So if anybody need dishes, they can get it. It'll be dishes they get it and take it away. It's already in the box. It's a lot of stuff that we try to help with our community. And so once again, it's going to be today, 6:30 p.m. at Triple J's Smokehouse. Everything that we don't, shout out to our people, Kevin Hampton and the A Better Belbon and A Better community. They reached out and helped and helping with this project as well. Speaking of the Hampton family, shout out to Rodney Hampton, former Cashmere High School and Georgia Bulldog. The New York Giants just announced yesterday that he would be inducted into the Ring of Honor of the New York Giants this season. That is huge. And also speaking on that, that overshadows that Rodney Hampton was also accepted thanks to Rick Godfrey. Rick Godfrey nominated Rodney Hampton and Jared Scales to be inducted into the PVIL Hall of Fame, the Coaches Association Hall of Fame for 2023. Both were unanimously accepted as part of the incoming class next year. Jared Scales passed away in 2018, a couple of years ago, and so he would be Rhonda Scales would get a chance to accept the award for him and Rodney Hampton. So that'll be two Hall of Fames that Rodney Hampton will be going into in 2023. Want to get that out there and give a shout to them, man. Proud of him. We got a chance to actually fellowship last Thursday. We went in and got some chicken wings together, myself, and we call him Lil Hamp. Some people call him Craig Hamp. Some people call him Rodney Hamp. So you could tell where you know him from by which name you call him. And want to get that out there. Also, man, it's Ruck on Wood. Damn, that's what is going on. Sunday. Ruck on Wood. That's this Sunday.
For the ninth graders?
No, we flipped it around because the ninth grade in class would always be going head to head for the past few years with the Chris Paul, the CP3 camp. So we would always lose out on some of the top shelf underclassmen. So we decided to flip it around this year, and the 12th graders and 11th graders are this Sunday, 1 o'clock this Sunday at the University of St. Thomas. It's the world's largest, most organized open gym. If you've never seen the Ruck on Wood or been to it, it's hard to describe it, but I'm telling you, it's definitely worth checking out. We even add one referee on the court just to keep things moving, but it's the truest form of an open gym that you're going to get when it's organized. We don't put the kids on the teams until after they have arrived. We have no idea who's going to be on the team with whom. And I meant to ask him, I was thinking for the last couple of years, last year we had college coaches that came and sit on the benches, but due to the fact that so many colleges have already started school and our school term is moved up, a lot of those coaches can't afford to leave campus and come. There will be some coaches in the building tomorrow, but I couldn't get enough committed to whereas I can get 8 of them to man those benches. So we're gonna probably gonna go with either the students, athletes from University of St. Thomas, or I might go back to the old way and put it out there and see if any of the grassroots coaches would like to volunteer as coaches of Ruck on Wood. And we stopped doing it because Herb Baker and Rick Nelson was cheating on the team. You know that, right?
Know.
The kid got their team number, and then the next thing you know, they done switched teams, and we didn't even know it. They tricked the game. So we stopped doing that. But if you are a grassroots coach and you're interested, let me know if enough want to volunteer. Then I might just go that route. That way, add a little spunk to it, add a little fire to it. Some of those coaches actually know some of those kids will be playing. That's once again, that's this Sunday, 1 p.m., University of St. Thomas. The 11th graders will go first. The 12th graders will start around 4 o'clock. So around 3:34, the 12th graders will start. And admission is only $10 for spectators. So I can let you know that right now. I'm gonna try to be part of the solution. Start letting people know that before you even come out. That way now you'll know we're not trying to extort you, get you there. You get up to the door and you got a $50 to get in. No, $10 to get in. However, if you arrive after 1:30, I strongly encourage you to bring your own chair. How you been in that University of St. Thomas gym before? It's sizable, but that thing normally be packed to capacity. Mm-hmm. So if you come after 1:30, bring your own chair. or just be prepared to stand, or wear some comfortable shoes or sneakers. But the 9th and 10th graders will be next Sunday, the 28th. So that's pretty much it, man. Let's get ready to slide on down. Dino's back and Yabba Dabba do this thing. What the No Excuses Pro-Am League, No Excuses Pro League got going?
It's the All-Star game tonight, 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock tonight, All-Star game. It's just the All-Star game.
Oh, it's the All-Star game?
Yeah.
And so the championship is over with. So who won the championship?
John Simmons' team.
He didn't play again?
No, he didn't play. What's my man? Shannon Shorter. Shannon Shorter killed him. Him and Chandre Jones killed him. Yeah. I mean, I really killed him. Down the stretch, they beat him. Yeah. Good game, though. Good game. Great game. You know who's pretty good? The Jay Mouton.
That's trainer kinfolk.
Yeah, he's pretty good too. He's pretty good. He gotten a lot better. Got a lot better. You know, Jamie, sometimes guys go from just coming off the bench in the Pro-Am. Now he's a starter on the championship team in the Pro-Am. So let me tell you something. We're getting better. But yeah, but I will see y'all later. Hey, they said somebody asked what time you want your volunteers to show up, Jim.
Which event?
Tonight.
So today?
Yeah, today.
Today, the volunteers will show up at about 5:30.
Okay.
5:30. It doesn't take long to sort all this stuff out. You know, we get straight to business. Triple J's closes at 6 o'clock now. If you want to get something to eat inside of there, the restaurant closes at 6. They used to close at 7:30.
Oh,
they close at 6. So if anybody coming out there and want to try the food out, you want to get there, well before 6 p.m.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
That baked potato off the chain.
Okay.
Off the chain. Woo! Alan, you ain't eating that boy, but you get that there. You off the chain.
Man, now you remember I'm back in my tight shirts now, man. I got it. Why? But I'll splurge tonight. But we out of here, y'all. Jimmy.
All right, guys. Y'all be good. We'll see y'all on Monday. Peace. Shop. Make sure you share the show on that way out the door. If you haven't done so already, share the show.
All right, man. Keep talking about some damn peace cob.
Jim Hicks. Rob Hatter. You are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro. Let's get it. We in the Chop Shop. We live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk. We live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up. It's live in the Chop Shop.